For this week, we are tackling Matt Giardina's truck. He brought it here for a new set of compounds. It had a over-under set of turbos, and they were a little bit small for what he wanted to do. So he's wanting to step it up a little bit. So we put we're putting a 74 on the manifold, and then we're putting a 98 GT55 out front. 5-inch downpipe, factory AC, street truck pretty much. So putting a gate on the manifold, and we're gonna try to have this knocked out in a week. Just have a lot of stuff rolling through, so I'm gonna try to get that finished up. We pulled his injectors out. He wanted to go to a little bit different, bigger injector. So we're gonna do that and hopefully have it dynoed and ready on Friday. So we'll see how it goes. Easy removal. See, you just instantly take the inner fender out and then you get it out.
Okay, we got Matt Giardina's 2012 on the dyno. This is a truck that Cody's been working on a new twin turbo setup for it, and it has F1 275% over injectors, I believe is what the size is, with an Exergy 14 mil pump, D&J Predator motor. So he's looking to make some decent numbers on fuel. We got to get this thing on the dyno, run it through its paces, and see what kind of power we can make with it today. Okay, we're starting over on day 2. We kind of ran out of time last night to finish this dyno session, but we're having some changing some things in the base file. This has a PCS controller and does not have a Porcupine controller because it doesn't have a 4880 neutral safety switch, so we can't run our normal Porcupine base file, and we're getting some weird throttle response on the file that I had in it. So we're trying a new base file. We're going to put that in this morning, and hopefully we'll be ready to make some actual smoke here soon. It did about 1150 horsepower on 1500 microseconds last night, so it shows signs that it's going to make some power. Once we can get all the baseline stuff ironed out, we'll turn it up and let it rip. I've been dynoing this with the hood open, or with the hood closed, because of the wastegate stack in the hood. So if you pay attention on the next run, at higher RPMs, you'll see a cone, a nice little flame coming out of here if everything's running good. So. Okay, trying to get Giardina's truck wrapped up. This truck is being one of these stubborn 2012 trucks that just don't want to give it up on the dyno. Last time it was on the dyno, it made 1062 horsepower with a 60 jet, and then it went to the track and ran a 680 or something like that. Did not match the horsepower, did not match the track time, because it should take 1200 horsepower to run a 680. So this time we've added bigger turbos, bigger injectors, and it made 1140 horsepower on tune 1, which is like 1400 microseconds, and we were like, great, it's going to be a runner. And we turn it up and it just kind of hits a wall, and we're at 1260 horsepower on fuel. It is just not wanting to go make more than that. Everything seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. It's hitting its rail pressure set points, it's hitting boost, everything seems right. It's just not making a great number. But we are going to hook up the Nitrous controller and maybe turn on 2 small jets, maybe a 60 jet and an 80 jet, see what kind of power it makes with a little bit of Nitrous, and then we're going to get this thing off the dyno, drive it, make sure everything is good, regulating correctly while we're driving it and staging it, and then it's ready to go back to Matt, and he can go take it to the drag strip and hopefully put down some good track times. All right, that was some excitement. It made 1,540 horsepower. Apparently Nitrous just basically takes all your 10 to 12 problems and just throws them all away, and it'll make a number. So if you have a 10 to 12 truck, can't make power, add Nitrous. It's the fix. So we're gonna get this thing off the dyno, turn this thing over to Matt, and he's gonna go racing and hopefully be able to have something that can go low sixes and be a fun truck for him to go racing this summer. All right, we're gonna take Matt Giardina's truck out on a little drive. Hopefully we can make it to that town. We've got a little bit of fuel left. The light came on the dyno, so I've got 5 miles to town, so hopefully we'll make it in there. But I just want to make sure that throttle response is good, everything drives nice, these turbos spool nice and fast, so we're going to just make sure everything's good before he comes and picks it up tomorrow. We made it. We're going to squirt some diesel fuel in here and go around the block, and we'll be good to go. Talks to you. That's 2.3. Should we turn it up? I don't think so. Not with the roads the way they are. We'll let Matt take it to the track and put down some numbers. But overall, I think he'll be very happy because the setup, it's a big turbo setup, but it drives nice. When you smack on it, it pulls like crazy. It's clean under boost. I think it's going to be a good setup for him.